God. Why did you turn my mic down?
Well, if you keep fucking screaming into it.
I always scream. I always talk the same.
What are you doing? You need to just take a breath. Put that... Look at me, please. Oh my God. She's scary.
Eventually, maybe we could get a sponsorship by a company that makes non-pop-off press-on nails. Like, look, I just opened the champagne bottle and none of my nails popped off.
That's a good idea.
'Cause I had to be so meticulous about that.
And what if we also someday had our own line of champagne and wine?
And press-on nails.
Like how Caitlin Bristow has off the vine.
Sparrow.
Yeah,
Yep.
Spade Sparrow. We weren't crazy. Booze line.
Drink responsibly.
Blackout.
Please.
Blackout Felicia. Wait, do I have any...
You forgot to use the...
I did use it.
What's wrong with me?
You had a line across the top.
I want some lip gloss. Burns your lips.
Oh.
Don't touch your eye with it. I mean, don't. Obviously, you're not going to stick it in your eye. My God, I'm so overstimulated.
Okay, pop the champagne. It smells weird to me.
It's pineapple.
It is not pineapple. I need to get better bras because instead of them, like my boob looks just like a little nub.
No, they look perfect. Are you wearing a strapless?
No, I'm wearing a bra with a pad in it now.
All right. The other thing I was saying is that we need to invent something for stick-on bras because it's so sweaty because it's 800 degrees that my stick-on bra keeps popping off.
Welcome back, friends. Hello.
It's been a whole week.
So when our first weekend filming, we were both on our period. And if you watched episode 1, then you'll be aware of how we were sobbing the entire time. And in 1 month, now we're on our period again. Our period just one.
Always.
Life is changing fast.
I will say I do feel a little more emotionally stable this time.
That's good.
Like, I don't know if I'll cry.
Well,
I think I've cried every day.
I don't know if we have much left.
No tears.
She was about to murder me, though. I'm hot. Everything's sticking to me. Ah, your feet are so white.
Don't show.
I can't. I wish I could. Felicia disclosed earlier that when I see them, I love you so much, and you are so beautiful.
No, they're hideous.
But
the best compliment.
She made a feet finder, and
someone told me I
think that might be why your feet finder
I'm poor and I
didn't
need
take off.
money. It didn't take off because I wasn't posting like feet dick pics. It was like, here's my
dick pic.
Here's my foot.
Is that what people do?
Yes, that's how they make money.
Like their feet on a dick?
Or like rubbing it on like a dildo or something.
Ew.
I don't know. I wasn't searching, but somebody told me. But
how
mine,
much do you have to pay to be on Feet Finder?
$5 a month. But mine were like wrapped in a pretty fluffy blanket with a candle lit behind.
You wrapped your foot in a blanket?
Another one I had my galaxy light on. And it was they're actually very aesthetically pleasing.
You know what men don't go for?
Aesthetics.
Aesthetically pleasing
Apparently.
foot pics.
Apparently not. Well, I canceled it. Fun.
Again?
No, it's
Ow! Why?
because it was gray.
It's all of my... Oh my God! Go get a towel.
Oh, it's just the fluff. It's just the fluff from on top.
I don't care. How did that happen?
I don't know. The pressure was building up because I'm on my period.
Here.
This can go in the washer, yeah?
Just wipe it up.
I am wiping it
I don't
up.
want to wash it because then it might not be as fluffy and pretty.
Now we know.
Found it.
Los Monteros.
Look, it even got on the back. Okay, put the...
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. Grandma will forgive us. Sorry,
She's
Grandma.
She's like, these girls are having a hoot and hollering time.
It was 2 New Years ago. I got a bottle of champagne. And my grandma always acted like she didn't like alcohol, but every time I had it, she'd be like, pour me a little bit.
Oh.
And she had a glass, and she definitely got a buzz, like, quick. And I was like, Grandma, I really want to get you drunk.
Oh.
But I never got to. Take a couple sips and get
Calm. Non-stimulated.
Maya, we're filming. Oh my God.
We didn't cheers.
We haven't had a chance.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Ass was sinking down in the crack, so I don't have muscles in my abs, so I was trying to hold myself upright. And all right, cheers.
Well, that was a ride.
So wait, welcome to We Weren't Crazy.
Welcome to We Weren't Crazy. Episode ? Because we're just our plan today. We've decided that we're tired of trying to plan, so we were like, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna yap. Yeah. And the second episode just came out Wednesday, so we're 9? So we're 10 days in, and we have. Let's go through our new friends. We're so excited.
Oh, new follower. Yeah. So Instagram, we need y'all's help.
Yeah, if you guys can help us out.
Instagram is a slow burn, apparently. Before we did the TikTok, we had like 120.
The TikTok.
I'm brand new to TikTok.
She doesn't know anything about TikTok.
I literally don't. We had 120 and now we have 239. So
woo!
For Instagram, it was good.
Yeah.
And we didn't buy any of them.
Yeah, all real. YouTube was 236. Spotify was 250 something. Yep. And then TikTok, we're hoping this weekend we can hit 10K. Did we?
No.
Oh,
not yet. But wait, no, but we're getting closer. We're at 95.12.
Oh, we are 95?
Yeah.
So exciting. When did the one start going viral?
TikTok doesn't give dates on when stuff's posted.
She doesn't know how to use it. I forgot what your code is.
I thought
I knew it. Oh. Yeah. Are you really best friends if you don't know each other's password? So 5 days ago is when we posted the video that went viral. We were at 35 followers that day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that day was wild.
So we were talking about a situation that involved rape with somebody who's in the country music industry, and we made it clear that we couldn't say this person's name because he's big, we could get sued, whatever.
And the whole point of that video came back and filmed that after we'd already filmed the episode because we had done research and found out that we couldn't say his name. That clip really was just us venting about it. Never really was like woo supportive off the bat.
People kind of progressively got a little more aggressive where they're like, you need to say his name. You're causing people to guess.
You're trying to get attention. Yeah. Thankfully, there's 2 of us because I have a personal TikTok and I've never tried to go viral, but I went viral on a couple of things. A couple of them were just Taylor Swift related TikToks. And then the one that went semi-viral, not even that viral, it had 20,000 views. At first, the comments were really, really kind and it was cool to see engagement. And then as it got bigger, the trolls came. And that's whenever I got overwhelmed and I was like, I can't do it. And then I just never posted anything else. So especially because that particular video is talking about my experience.
Right.
When the comments started getting really mean and they were hateful towards me or saying that I'm a liar or whatever, I was like, I can't look at it anymore. Luckily, you went in and best friend Rage, she would text me I'm on a roll.
And honestly, when we posted it, it wasn't even in my brain that people would start guessing names. That wasn't the point. The point wasn't to have people start going on a wild goose chase. The point was to make it clear that unfortunately we can't say this person's name because he has a lot of power.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. And when we said we want to drop enough breadcrumbs, it was because we know that people who live here who are involved in that industry in the community know these things. We've had multiple people reach out to us with the correct name, by the way.
Which is also crazy. I said in, that episode that I feel like that changed the trajectory of what I could have done in music. And I mean, there's people that are so much more talented than me or whatever, but it definitely changed my desire. I wanted it so bad because I still love country music. I wanted it so bad because I wanted to be a part of this world. And to me, it was always rose-colored glasses. Right. So then once I saw that and experienced that, it changed how I looked at it. It changed my motivation.
Well, and rightfully so, because it took something that you held so sacred and turned it so dark and evil.
Well, especially because it was involved, not involved, but obviously I have to bleep out her name anyway. But
she was
when my idol at the time was his
That was the
biggest
hit that
number
got
one.
him, yeah.
Even the fact that she could be associated with
and he knew that. That's the wild thing. He knew that. He knew that you idolized her.
Yeah.
And so he took advantage of that.
Having to still be very cautious of like what we confirm or deny, because we are nervous at this point, because the video has like almost 700,000 views.
Right.
There's been several artists that have reached out that I've been a fan of them for a long time. Women that have reached out and guessed.
Yeah. Unless you're in that industry and know what's really going on, it's really hard to tell, because he's a very unassuming guy. And I will say this too. I did read a comment as I was going through and kind of responding to people, whatever. There was a comment by somebody who said the fact that, and this is not accusatory, I'm not saying this in an accusatory way. She said the fact that you can Google most of the names of people that are being shouted out that are wrong have some sort of something on the internet. Part of me at first, because I even said this, I was like, should we thumbs up or do something to notify people who the correct answer is, so that we're not liable to be sued, because all we did was thumbs it up, because people are going wild with these guesses. But then when this girl made that comment, I was like, you know what, like, awareness needs to be raised. And I'm not saying that country music artists are terrible people. What I'm saying is this is happening all around us. It could be anybody. It's so much more hidden because of the industry.
People that are saying you're putting people at risk because you're not saying the name and you're not disproving it. Okay, first of all, at this point, there's thousands of comments. Do you want us to go through every comment and be like, nope, not him, nope, not him? Also,
we never asked you to call. We never asked you to guess.
We never asked you to guess.
This isn't a game.
We never asked you to guess. You're if you are commenting concern about other millionaire artists who have whole fucking teams behind them.
But if they're not digging deeper,
and we know y'all that are guessing that haven't gone to watch the episode that literally we've said multiple times. And if you're still even guessing artists at this point, then you clearly are not listening. We have said it's a songwriter. There's been a couple that have just responded to stuff and just said like, thank you, or just commented and said, I believe you. And I haven't really been able to go back into that comment thread because there's so many that are, and it's hard because it's like figuring out how to separate, this isn't about me, but just because there's a keyboard warrior behind that wants to be a bully. And there's like this, literally every fucking time it's a white man that has the fucking audacity.
He is so connected in the music industry. He knows his type. He knows the type of female that he's going to go after. He's not
young, has a dream.
Well, and he's not
wants to be in the music industry.
Right.
Knows that they don't have resources. Right. Knows that they won't sacrifice their dream.
Right.
Felt like he was hunting baby deer. That's really metaphor to that is pretty spot on. It's literally as if a hunter went out and was seeking out baby deer because they're helpless.
Right.
And he knew that. As we've like had to unpack all of this in real time of you being like, I never pass out. I think he might have also like roofied me.
He had to have, because I was thinking about it, and these are all things that because
you literally, when you're drunk, you never pass out.
I'm there till the sun comes up. I'm literally always the last man standing.
We both are.
Yeah.
Like, that's why the night is young. Literally, my recollection is the shot and then finding the couch and waking up with him on top of me. So you must have went to bed.
Yeah. I mean, I had to have, which is so unlikely.
And he would have had to technically like drug both of us, because otherwise he would have known, because he'd hung out with you multiple times, that you would have been
and
awake.
That had never happened. And I will say this, and I didn't mention this before. This has been a lot to I love that we're talking about this when we're like, we're gonna film a light episode.
I know.
I need my vape.
No, we said we're gonna yeet. Oh my god.
Yape.
We're gonna yap. We're gonna yape. Yep. I think it's on the floor by the bed in there.
Is it?
I saw it in there.
Okay, I'll get it in a minute.
Well, you remember that you had texted him.
Yeah. So I had texted him a few days later, and keep in mind, I had been dating this guy. I had just met Andrea, like not that long before it happened. Mm-hmm. And I felt like I was in a place where I either have to trust this guy that I'm into or my friend. And at first I didn't believe you, as we know.
Right.
And I texted him and I was like, Andrea told me that you tried to have sex with her. And his goosebumps. His response was, I thought that we were all just having a good time. And I wish to God I could find that old phone.
I wish I had mine because I had texted him about it too.
Like,
and he like
and
so that was confirmation. Literally, that's how much literally how much balls that he had and how confident
like he
was.
didn't deny it.
He was so confident that he wouldn't get caught and that it was his word against mine.
And
that
then that
he
also
texted both of us to confirm and
and
confirmed
I'm
it to my
pretty.
face.
I probably hung out with him again after that, didn't I?
I don't think so.
Because I remember.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless there's something I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I did.
That he just kind of like ghosted.
Disappeared.
Yeah. And you honestly, at that point, you were probably like ready to move on anyway.
Yeah. Watching that episode back, I could see myself disassociate.
Yeah.
Because it's like Felicia now would never say those things to you. Right. Felicia now would believe the fuck out of you. But in that moment, I was so desensitized to rape. I was so desensitized to blacking out and having sex. It just was my normal.
Right.
And watching that, I was like, fuck, I was an awful friend. But then being able to kind of process that and work through it and realize, and I even had friends reach out to me saying the same thing. I used to always black out. There were times where I didn't believe my friends. And I also heard stories on the flip side where it was like, my friends didn't believe me because they always blacked out.
Wow, we've been unpacking. This has been like warp speed therapy session for sure. When you were having that anxiety, she had sent a really long message of, I just feel like I was a bad friend. And I don't have any recollection of that affecting me at all. Like it didn't change how I felt about you as a friend. It didn't change.
Because it was also your normal not to feel heard or believed.
Yeah. So at that time, and this is, again, 13 years ago, we had both lived through incredibly traumatic childhoods, incredibly traumatic, adulthoods. At that point, a year before this happened, I almost died in a car accident. 5 months later, my stepdad was hit by a car and died in front of me. Again, we'll unpack all that later. So my brain was not well. I was still healing. I can't imagine that I did not have some sort of like brain injury, but also I broke my neck. So my brain was literally, my C2 was severed. So my body and my brain were disconnected for a hot second. God. And that has taken a lot of rewiring. Also, because of my childhood trauma, it wasn't abnormal for me to feel like what I went through was not a big deal, or that I was being dramatic, or that I wasn't believed. Like, that was just normal. Me having to unpack, why didn't it affect me? And you having to unpack, why didn't I believe her? That just shows, also how much growth that we've had. But my feet are hot now. Do you want to talk about the anxiety around the whole like blacking out thing? And
yeah, I do. Let me get my vape.
Does the light look good?
Your blue eyes.
They're not blue, they're green.
Well, they look really blue.
Oh my God, that was a big one. And now I have the hiccups. Perfect. Oh no.
The vape is in the...
I saw it on the floor at the foot of the bed.
Good sign that I don't keep track of it anymore.
That is a good sign. I'm very proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Ow! Oh my God. Hey, while you're down there, can you grab 3 ibuprofens from my back? So, I would love to be telling you an amazing story right now, but I can't multitask, so I need... Those aren't ibuprofen.
Says... Oh, man. It says acetaminophen.
Those are Tylenols. Thank you.
BRB.
You're getting exercise.
Ugh. Probably in the couch.
I imagine you probably brought it over here. Just let me move. Thank you.
Oh. What? Please tell me you didn't come into work today because you have a contract with Spotify and quit.
Oh, I hope.
I wish. Someday. As I'm feigning for my vape. Here's the thing. It's not really about the vape anymore. It's about the fact that I lost it.
I don't know how to help you. I said I don't know how to help you right now.
Look, one more spot. I'm gonna put an Apple AirTag on it.
That actually is a really good idea. Do you just remember? I know, but it was literally on the floor. Where were you getting dressed? You were walking around naked the whole time. Okay, you're gonna have to hurry it up because you're wasting our film. It's a sign.
It's lost forever.
I was trying to find pictures for my story time. Look, literally my whole feed is just us.
Aww.
Back in the day.
So
look how tan and filtered we are.
They're so cute. Wait,
when was that?
Wasn't I going to talk about my anxiety?
Yeah, but I just wanted to have a general idea of when that was, and I literally can't remember. The red hair was a time. One time I had red hair because Felicia moved away, and I just forgot who I was. Did you live here when the whole Nikki thing happened, or no?
The beginning of it.
Yeah.
I think you had your midlife crisis early on. She dyed her hair red and dated girls.
Although dating girls was not a midlife crisis. Sexuality is fluid.
Right, but you were trying to figure out who you are in the red hair. Actually, the red hair wasn't... What even made you do that?
I was literally having a fucking crisis because you left me.
Yeah.
I can't find the picture that I need. I want the visual for my story.
Well, I want my vape, but
I found it.
Can't be happy. Well, then maybe I'll find it.
45 minutes later.
What's wrong? I told you that's what I was hairspraying when you screamed at me to come down here.
Because last time we
I
overdid it.
Yeah.
And actually the video that we went viral, we look... First of all, I have so much fucking powder on. She's wearing like a red lip and also looks like she's going to prom because she's put tanner on. And honestly, and I want to be honest with you.
What?
When you walked in,
why didn't you tell me?
There was nothing that you could do about the tan.
Yeah, you could say wear long sleeves and don't put on 8 pounds of bronzer.
But your tan was orange.
I know.
And
looking back at it, I know.
Yeah, well, I knew it when you walked in, but there was nothing you could do. So I thought, surely it won't matter. Like, we'll be able to. No, it actually, because my face was so white, because we just kept going back in and adding more makeup.
But you were actually tan. I just was like orange.
Yeah, but we kept adding more and more makeup.
Yeah.
We were like trying way too hard. Yeah, we were delusional enough to think we were going to film our childhood stories. Thank God. In that, can you imagine childhood stories look like we're going to fucking prom? Toddlers in tears.
That was bad. That was so bad.
So that's how the world met us. And then we decided we were going to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
And not try so hard.
Anxiety.
Anyway,
I don't have to talk about this right now. I can speed through it real fast if we want to talk. If you want to.
No, we got to get back in the groove because you took 100. Look at your veins.
I know.
Stop, Ben.
Because they're lacking nicotine.
Literally, I can tell they're so stressed.
It's like if you lost your phone.
Do you want me to stop filming so you can find it?
I don't know. Do you?
No, I would.
But I could.
What that means is yes, that we need to stop filming so she can find her vape.
And y'all, I need a supportive community because I have to quit vaping.
If I had $1,
I have to quit vaping.
If I had $1 for every time.
Tell me your success stories or tell me your struggles. For real. I don't know anybody except one person that has been able to quit vaping.
She has really tried.
I have.
And you've gotten a lot better. But you still...
Well, because when I get really stressed, I just need...
That's addiction. So anyway, we're going to pause this so that we can find the vape. Tell them where it was. Under your ass.
No, it was on the floor down here.
Oh.
But I couldn't see it because it was covered with a winter blanket. I'm happy now. Listened to the second episode today, rated the show on Spotify, and also recommended the podcast. Please keep going. I'd also like to take this moment to endorse Boom Boom Sticks. Although I feel really self-conscious when I do it in my car. I feel like people are thinking I'm snorting drugs. Ooh, Ow! Ow!
You do makeup. I need to feel it.
Also, this is a little baby gloss because I can't afford the
because we can't afford real makeup,
Poor
so
boy.
we live on samples
Help us.
and Elf and
Elf is
NYX
legit.
or NYX.
Elf is. I went and bought all the Elf stuff that I used of yours.
I know,
And
I told you.
have like that. Remember that time I added up everything? I have like $16,000 worth of.
What are you do? Are you rolling around when you walk out of the room? Look at me. Look at me. Did you just pull your tit out?
No, the bra came unsnapped. Okay. Anxiety. My old friend.
Anxiety.
Hello, anxiety, my old friend.
Ooh.
When we had recorded the episode before, I was so anxious the whole time. I don't even remember watching it in real time. When it aired, I watched it, but I was like not there. As I've unpacked in the last, 3 days,
Yeah.
what was going on, I was seeing a version of myself that is not me anymore. It was layers. The first layer was shame,
Yeah.
guilt. What the fuck? Like, why wouldn't I believe my best friend? The second layer was blackouts.
What that felt like for you.
Yeah, and feeling guilty and feeling ashamed. And then coupled with the story that I told about, the more I unpacked that, the more I realized it was shame that I had been holding on to because we hadn't talked about it. I hadn't faced that version of me in so long. At the end of the day, it made me sad for who I was at that point.
Yeah.
Not sad in like a pity way, but sad for the fact that I was so broken and so desensitized to all things rape, all things sexual, that it just was like, it didn't feel like a big deal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I had not told really anybody that
Mm-mm.
that happened. I had to kind of go through the same thing that you went through because when we first started this, we posted like slides kind of telling our story. And one of your slides was you having a black eye. That kind of opened up a different level of understanding of trauma, I think, for you, for both of us. But a lot of the comments, I'm so sorry you went through that. I have also been through that. And she texted me and was like, did I make a mistake by putting that in there? Because I feel like that's all people are paying attention to. And I said, Felicia, sometimes that's the worst trauma people have been through.
Right.
But to you, that was just a drop in the bucket of what you've been through in your life. And to me, yes, it was, I'm sure, traumatizing in some capacity to me, obviously, because I did have to compartmentalize it.
We're desensitized to trauma at this point.
We're desensitized to the traumas that we've been through. And that this, to me, it was an event that happened that I put away. Unpacking it took a lot of emotional energy, but in the grand scheme of the things that I have survived, it was not at the very top of the list. So whenever my friends are reaching out to me and they're like, sorry, this happened, I'm so sorry, and people are apologizing to me, and I'm like, I mean, thanks. Like, I don't know how to, I don't know what to say because my honest response is, I mean, I've been through so much worse. That's why I was able to compartmentalize it. That's why you were able to compartmentalize getting punched in the face, because that truly is a drop in the bucket. But to some people, that's the worst of their trauma. To some people, being raped is the worst of their trauma.
Right.
And so us having to really work through that in real time and understand that we have to almost like acknowledge trauma that we've compartmentalized.
And it's almost like
that I probably should have affected me more than it did.
Exactly.
Or I shouldn't have been able to compartmentalize that away. And the fact that I could so much that nobody knew about it. And I just put it away.
It doesn't affect you in that moment because that's protection.
Right.
13 years later.
Yeah.
That really did kind of fuck me up.
It's still, though, even still. Because I just I have this like funnel of trauma. The worst things that have happened are up here. There's so much at the top that I'm having to like almost allow myself to understand that it's okay that was a traumatizing event because everything else has been so much worse.
Same, yeah.
And like scarred me so much worse, and then I carry it so much heavier. Whew. We're unpacking. We are
years and years and years of stuff. It's wild, and I'm really proud of us. And cheers.
Well, in the video of you,
In last week's episode, I was talking about two tourists. Was like, I don't know if I'll ever get to know who they are or thank them again. This girl commented and she was like,
Why don't you read it?
Yeah.
Elevator music.
She said, Felicia, it was my husband and I who intervened that night. I still remember that night vividly. It makes me happy to see you speaking your truth and knowing although this changed things for you, it wasn't what it could have been. God is so good. And even just like hearing that, which is not even everything, to me that night was just
something that,
and I fucking hate to say it, but it almost radar. It was another night in Nashville. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it didn't carry the weight that it did until recently when we started talking about it again. I never thought I'd hear from her again. Like I don't remember her name. I don't remember what she looked like. We messaged a few times after that. This was 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. And she was like, do you want to know what happened that night? And I said, if you'd asked me this even just 6 months ago, I would have said no.
Yeah.
I said, yes, I would like to know just for my healing journey. And she told me. And the way, like, reading it, I didn't, and I even texted you. I was like, maybe it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was. You were like, Felicia, she was literally just as scarred from that moment.
Well, she said in the message, she said, I was 23 when that happened and it has changed. She said it changed me and it changed how I, like, I don't go out, I don't party. And you said, maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. Maybe they weren't. Who knows? Ha ha. And I was like, Felicia, she was so scarred by it. She literally didn't go out anymore. Yeah. As a 23-year-old who clearly used to go out because she was out with her husband on Broadway.
Right.
Just like silently was following you to make sure because she was so traumatized that she just wanted to like, it's going to make me cry. But she just wanted to like know you were okay.
Right. Well, and almost like made it seem normal. For a second in my brain. It was like my brain was trying to be like, well, this is what happens. Like, that's normal. It's been a lot of just processing and a lot of understanding feelings that are coming up when we talk about all of these things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And a part of my brain is trying to normalize it. It wasn't that bad. That's just who you were or whatever. And that's not normal. That's not okay. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's why so many people stay quiet.
Talking about this and this being the thing that goes viral and like you having to work through the sex trafficking and me having to work through the rape thing, but like questioning myself and all of that is something that I've worked so hard to overcome. And so then having to kind of like re-experience that in the comments. But this is something that I know happened. But whenever we start talking about real shit, not that wasn't real shit, but like we've been through so much worse. I disassociated to a point, just completely separated and pretended like it wasn't me. People saying you're doing it for attention, or I think that hit a nerve for me just because having a mentally unwell narcissistic mother, why whenever you didn't believe me, it didn't affect me because I spent my whole life.
Because you were so desensitized to, wow,
what she's made other people believe about me and my family believe about me, and just like my whole life hearing this narrative of it's all about you and you only care about yourself and you want attention and you're a liar and all of this. Now I just want to go back and like hug little me and be like, you weren't doing anything wrong. These people have made me kind of like deal with that quicker.
And I didn't ever think that trolls would come out of the woodworks about that. I thought they were going to be like, you're ugly. Your face is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
yeah.
I just,
like shut up, you twat.
Or like, your tan is so dark.
You have a fucking neck gobble. I thought that was going to be the issue. And I don't even think anybody comments about anything about us physically.
No, and if you do, we will find you.
If you do... I already blocked all the words that are bullying because we can't mentally take it. Botox face. I was like, what else could they say? Chubby hag.
I will say, one dude did comment like, aren't they too old to be going out? Yeah. And I was like, we're not too old to speak the truth, little bitch.
We're also
I could date you or your dad.
Or your son.
Or exactly. So fuck off.
Yeah.
on the flip side of things, been really empowering besides these little creeps trickling into our brain.
Beavis.
Focusing on the positives and the people who have reached out to us with their stories. They know they're not alone. They're making sure we know we're not alone because we had each other, and other people may not have had somebody who got them through. And I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have you.
Here we go again.
To get me through.
We're on a period again.
But they can see themselves in our stories. Like, that's why we started this. We know we're not the only ones who have gone through shit.
I need ice again.
Sponsor us.
We like this. Except your cork that almost fucking ruined my blanket.
Oh my God, maybe if it... this is going to be like 12 episodes.
So in 2018 era, we were both at a place where we were finally like realizing that we needed therapy, we needed to heal.
And I had been to therapy for a long time before that, until you're in a place where
you're ready for it.
It just get to the deep.
Right, like the depths of it. I came over to the shack. Well, I'll tell you about the shack too. I remember I was sitting on the couch. We were like that's when we were in our coloring era because there wasn't a whole lot we could do in the shack. We just could color and like watch Redbox. I could tell that it changed you. I could tell that it healed something in you. I was working through so much with Larry. I'd had a breakthrough about my mom, and I had cut her off at that point, gone no contact with her. We both were on this upward path. We weren't afraid to talk about it. And this is a Brené Brown thing of not everyone deserves to hear your story, because we had gone from being like ashamed of our story or just like afraid of how people would react or that people would be overwhelmed, that we just really didn't talk about it to anybody other than each other. Right. Then we were like, we are so strong and empowered and we are overcoming. So we'll tell everyone what happened to us. Why wouldn't we? We didn't know any different.
Right. People also took our stories,
use them against
us. Our stories being weaponized.
Yeah.
Or not actually weaponized. Yeah. Like for a moment, I just was maybe not.
Yeah. Nope. I saw that. You caught it. Good job. Alien real time.
There are people in power who will take that and use it. Remember, it was literally 2 or 3 days after that I ended up sleeping with. That's right. Yeah. He called me in his office and he was like, well, he had 2 things to tell me. So my ex-husband had reached out to him saying that you and I are alcoholic and
we might as well just unpack this. Yeah. So her ex-husband
actually is an angel compared to the one after that.
Yeah, actually.
The one who gave me the black eye is an angel compared to
truly. We'd gone through different phases where like when I came to visit you multiple times and he'd been like really nice to me sometimes, really mean to me other times.
He's bipolar.
For sure, mentally ill and medicated. When she moved back, I got you a job. He was just so mad that you were able to get out and that you were able to start over. He had to do some online sleuthing to figure out how to get in touch with so I don't have to bleep out. Let's just say the VP. Yeah. From this point moving forward, we will refer to this person as the VP.
And not very important.
Yeah, not very important at all. And also bald in one spot, only in a circle on the back of his head. Ex-husband reached out to VP to tell him that we, not just Felicia, me, because he also hated me. So VP pulls us into his office. And keep in mind too,
he pulled us together?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. So he already hated me because
Who, the ex or the VP?
Both. Insecure men don't like strong women.
Amen. And you've always been the strongest.
Well, VP yelled at me on the floor because I refused to lie to this father about his son. I stood up to him and I said, then you do it. I'm not doing that.
We will expose the dark side of
the addiction world. Like what we did and what we were like brainwashed into thinking we were doing. Like in my heart,
God, there's so
many things. One thing that I know for sure after being friends with you for so long is that when Felicia walks into a room, There are eyes that go immediately to you. There are eyes that are admiring, and there are eyes that are hunters. And as soon as you look like you're becoming vulnerable in any way, they're sharks. I saw him do it, and he pulled us in. It was the most manipulative fucking shit. He wanted me to be scared, and he wanted you to have to like fawn over him.
And can I say something real fast, just while it's in my brain? Because you've said that multiple times to me, even about fuck him. But looking back at how I was feeling in those moments, to me, when I saw those eyes, it was like eyes of what I thought was connection. I know that this happened, but I'm going to help you.
You didn't see it
that
as,
literally is what both of those situations were.
You didn't see it as predatory. I saw it.
No, I saw it as like compassion. Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought about
I sat there and I watched. I watched him look at you, and I watched you start to fawn, and I watched the power that he got over it. Then it was like not long after that then
the roofied thing happened on Broadway, and then he pulled me into his office. I was so overcome with shame and embarrassment.
Well, and at that point, I don't think that you had fully accepted that you had been roofied either.
I don't think I did either. After it happened, I called out, and then I went into work. It was like, her ass is so cute. And even just saying that out loud makes me cringy, but in that moment, I was like, oh.
Validation.
Yeah. But in that moment and in that time of my life, that's all I wanted was some sort of validation.
Yeah.
And then it was literally a few days later that him and I started talking. And I'll probably remember at some point, because I think I've blocked all of it out, how we actually started talking.
It was texting. It was quick, because it was like texting, and then you were like, he booked a hotel, and it was over lunch.
I literally went from fearing for my job to
sleeping with the VP.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even good.
No.
And I remember like you being like, he booked a hotel and meeting him over lunch. And I knew I knew you were going to do it no matter what. And at this point, we had already been through, like, I had tried to stop you from moving to Texas. I had tried to stop you from getting married. But like, I knew that the only thing I could do was support you through it and not leave you.
And in my mind, in that moment, looking back on it, why I did that was because I was like, here's this man in power who has heard terrible things about me, even though I didn't cause them, but I felt shame about them, and he is attracted to me. And same with the sharing the stories thing. Like, it was right after I messaged about my story, and that's when, so your story is sacred. Don't fucking share it with anybody.
Yeah, nobody deserves to hear it. We're in a full circle moment, because now we're sharing our stories with the power of knowing that we're choosing what stories to share when. We're choosing how they're consumed. And we're in a different place where now we can put all of this stuff out there. We can face our trauma. We can face our childhood. We can face sexual abuse. We can face all of this and know who we are outside of that.
Yep.
At the time, we didn't know that. You didn't know who you were outside of that when we put all of our story out. If anyone tries to be predatory about it, we will know immediately.
Yeah.
If you are seeking me out because of my trauma, and I know you're a fucking predator. And predators love a damaged girl.
Right. And I never, ever put those dots together before.
The VP thing, I didn't realize that was so connected to it.
Literally a few days after
but the fact, like, that now putting that together and then putting the thing together, it is sick. Yeah. It's sick. And that is,
they can spot brokenness. And same with, like, he spotted somebody who
weak and young and starry-eyed, literally like sharks smelling blood in the water. I remember an Oprah episode where, of course, there will be no Oprah slander allowed on this channel, because Oprah raised me, and
we love you, Oprah.
We love Oprah, and we love Gail.
But
I don't care. Listen, hold on, I have to say. There's no Oprah or Gail slander allowed on this channel, okay?
Absolutely not.
And if you want to slander them, then you need to move on because
you will be deleted.
This is my Gail. I manifested her. Literally. I love you, Oprah. Anyway, so there was an Oprah episode. I can't remember like who he was. I think he was an investigator or something. And he was saying like humans are the only animal that ignore their intuition. If you watch a gazelle in Africa and you watch whenever they have an intuition that something is telling them something's watching me, they don't second guess themselves. They get up and they run. And humans are the only ones that have evolved to this point that convince ourselves that we don't need to listen to that.
Well, it goes back to that whole fight, flight, fawn, freeze.
Yep.
I'm freeze.
And fawn.
You're fawn.
No, you're freeze and fawn. You do both.
Are you? You're not freeze.
I don't really know. I think I kind of like
I went from fawn to freeze almost, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. Because I would say before you would have been more fawn.
Yeah,
and now you
freeze.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because we saw it in real time.
Yeah.
You froze. You didn't fawn in the episode. I think that I
feel like you're fight, but you're also fawn. You're fawn and fight battle each other because sometimes you want to fucking fight. Like,
but I also have always said like I have a gut feeling.
That's fight, right?
Ben, no, that is me in my truest form of. At this point, I don't think that I am any of them. I think that I just listen to it.
Amen.
But that took a lot of fucking healing. But I mean, seriously though, because you have always said, I'm always right.
Like we can go out, and if something makes you uncomfortable, you say it out loud.
Yeah.
And even if it's to their face,
get the fuck
back
away.
up or get away or whatever.
When it comes to myself, I have probably went through all of those things.
Right.
But whenever it came to protecting you, protecting my people,
right.
I don't think that I was anything other than listening to my intuition because the protective side of me didn't have any of those other factors. I was literally listening to my core self. As soon as something made me feel physically uncomfortable, as soon as I got that little, that's no present.
And you've always been good at that.
But if it was about me, if it was someone I was dating, if it was a situation I was in, I would question myself. I would talk myself out of it. I would end up in the situation.
Right.
Even though I had the same feeling as I would have had if it was you. But if it was you, I would have been able to try to protect you.
Right.
But I couldn't protect myself until recently. And that's healing.
Yeah. Are you fight, flight, fawn, or freeze? We would like to know.
I need a snack.
We appreciate you. I'm being serious. We really do appreciate y'all. And we said we were going to talk about something lighthearted, but this is real time. We're unpacking as we're going along. Literally, we are.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about any of that.
And honestly, like you guys are our friends now. And so we just kind of
Beavis, Sinatra, and Bush Hog Wart 92.
Idiot fucker. I'm gonna be able to just like yap in therapy. And I think that that's part of like just what this platform is gonna be. It's to be like some that are planned and some that are just a fucking yap session.
Yeah.
Because that's honestly how we are anyway.
It really is. But thank you for tuning in.
I'm never gonna escape it.
We love you. We really do love you, by the way.
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.
We weren't crazy.
No, that's my line.
My line.
You didn't even try to harmonize with me. Ooh, what's the other one we used to always request? I fell into a burning ring of fire. It went down, down, down. The flames went higher. Anyway, we weren't crazy.
Neither are you, I promise.
Love you. Thanks for being here.
Oh my God, they're gonna be like these crazy asses.
No, they love us. Your one hair is going.
I can see it. Why don't you fix it?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm buzzed.
Me too, and I need a snack. Oh, somebody's here.
Is that Brandy?
No. Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
It's our first live. You're our first live
Literally
person.
ever. It took us 20 minutes to figure out how to press the live button.
Yeah. Oh, live restricted for. Oh, okay.
Oh my God, we're such geriatric millennials.